Hello everyone. In this video we are going to talk about how to make connections for double cable or star delta starter of BTCO make. We have three cables here that are coming from the fuse or the mains, which are marked with L1, L2 and L3. The order of these connections wouldn't matter. You can make the connections as ever you wish. And right now, as I said, this is a star delta starter. So we have two cables that are coming from the motor. So they are color marked. The color marked as red, yellow and blue. And we also have second cable which is color marked as blue, red and yellow. Note that the connections are going to remain the same for both star delta and DOL. It's just that this component in star delta would be missing, meaning there'll be only one cable coming from the motor, and they are to be color matched and to be connected. Alright. Now that the connections are done for our BTCO star delta starter, let's talk about how to handle this device. The major way that you can operate this device is using the MPIU unit that is being set up here. And right now, as you can see, the device is in off state, which means there is no power supply given. Once I give the power supply on, the LED is going to get turned on, and in the LED there are two lines. First line will be the name of the product, followed by the phone number on which you can contact us. I'm going to turn the power on. As I mentioned, the name of the product is mentioned along with the phone number. Once it's displayed for 10 seconds, you'll see that there are three numbers in the first row and a few more numbers in the second row. Let me talk about the first row first. The 313 or 311 volts that you see here is nothing but the voltage difference between red and yellow line, and this number is nothing but the voltage difference between yellow and blue line, and this number is nothing but the voltage difference between blue and red line that we have just connected. In the second row, there is 00, 00 and 00 mentioned, which means that the motor is currently off. And as you can see here, there are markings like IB, IR and IY, which signifies the current in blue line, red line and yellow line. And there is also another value for amps in the brackets here, which is called overload trip amps, which we'll be talking about in a bit. Now, there are two ways to turn on the motor. One is using the green button. That is here. You have to hold it on for 3 seconds in order to turn it on. And the other one is by turning on the auto on off switch. When I turn the auto on switch, it is going to have a delay of 5 seconds. During this delay, the motor is going to be running in star phase, post which the delta phase will kick in. I'm turning it on now. Like I said, there is a delay of 5 seconds. Now, the value that is present in these brackets, which is nothing but overload trip amps, will be set automatically. This is a very beautiful feature given by the product. Using this, we are going to protect your motor based on the voltage, based on the current that your motor is drawing. It takes approximately 5 to 10 seconds to set this value. Now, as you can see, it has changed from 11 to 17. This will happen only when you turn it on for the first time. And this value is determined by looking at the 13 here. 13 is the highest current that is drawn, which is by the red line, and 13 plus 4, which is 17, is the value that is automatically being set up used by the device. Now, if at any point of time, if your motor draws more than 17, the device will automatically trip in order to protect your motor. Now, the motor is running, and ideally, in ideal scenarios, the motor is supposed to pump the water properly. If you notice that the water is not being pumped properly, or if you notice that the water is coming slowly, it means that the lines are to be interchanged. Let's talk about that. In the beginning of the video, we talked about how we connect these lines, L1, L2 and L3. If the water is not being pumped, it means that the motor is rotating in opposite direction. In order to fix that, you just have to interchange L1 and L3. Once you do it, you will see that the motor is pumping the water properly and your device is perfectly fine. If the blue light next to 3-phase OK is on, it means that the power supply is perfect. and if the yellow line next to on is on, then it means that the starter is ready to be turned on. And in case of any errors, you'll see a red light blinking out here. And that's it. This is as easy as it is to handle and operate Star Delta by BTCO. Thank you for watching the video. See you in the next one.